He used to pick up chicks with me.
That's awesome.
He used me to pick up chicks, but he was cool, man. And so yeah, I at first I was kind of bitter about that because I was like, all these people that were pretty much trying to be cool with me all the time, like, and then they don't like show up or whatever. And then after I realized, and they were probably going through some stuff themselves, so yeah.
One of the questions I'm pretty sure you've answered, but it's more like how was support shown? So like kind of what was your support system? So you've mentioned faith in like your school with like the priests.
Yeah, and then like I also remember I told you before I really didn't care about school, and then when I got injured, like my principal made me do this PSA thing at school, like where you should listen to your parents and blah blah, because like this could happen to you type thing, and like yeah, it was weird, and like my coach was there and they were just asking me questions, and I don't know, I just pretty much, it was just a weird situation. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, they made me like talk to the school and tell them, basically, like even though like I was injured, like the most precious thing that you have is your mind. You know what I mean? Like even though I couldn't do some things I used to do, that your mind is one of the most precious things that you have that a lot of people waste. Like even I was wasting it. Like going to school. Like I just really didn't apply myself. So after that, I kind of was just like, I'm a smart guy. I can apply myself a little bit more and use my brain, and that's what I have now to use. Like, so I pretty much try to use my education to get by and like to succeed now instead of using my athleticism. So that was what I did.
Yeah. This is more towards like the campus itself. Like once you came here, how like it's the most accessible campus in the nation. Like how does that work? Like what kind of services do you use on campus? Do you use any kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like more of your experience with like whatever all the resources here.
Like I utilize Drez, and I use that sometimes. Like, well, I have I don't know, in the sheet it says what are disabilities you have. I have a learning disorder, math. Okay. So I'm not really good at math. I've dropped stats twice. So I'm not really good at math. So I like use Drez for like tutoring, or like if I do take the test, I probably need more time. So I would use Drez for that. And I work out at Drez Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And like if I need any, like if I hurt anything or I need any treatment, I can go there and they can help me out with treatment. If I want to work on walking, I can work on walking there. Just anything I need, pretty much I can go to Drez for. Like when I was going through the depression thing a while back, just because of family problems and stuff, like the lady there put me in the right direction of who I should talk to and who I can utilize to help me get through my situation, and they helped me write a letter and stuff to get some of my classes dropped, or like so it's been very helpful. Like Drez has helped me a lot.
What about like classes and stuff? Are there buildings that you hate going to? Or like places, I guess, like areas that are not.
There's just some that are like weird. I don't know. There's just some buildings like where there's only one entrance. But you gotta understand that a lot of these buildings are really old. Yeah. So like they're pretty much grandfathered in, and I mean they're pretty good about having signs like the Alpha Wheelchair like sign like East Entrance or whatever. So I'll find it. It's just sometimes when you're like barely learning your classes, and you're like, man, you go the wrong door or you go the wrong way, and it's like, oh, and it's like Lincoln Hall was crazy because like you can get to certain spots, and like Huff Hall's kind of kooky too because like you can get to certain floors, but then it doesn't go all the way through. Yeah. So, but for the most part, everything here is pretty accessible. A lot of the doors and stuff have the little buttons and stuff to get in, and bathrooms even have it like at house. They like have the things on the door now. You know, I don't need it. I can pull it open, but it's convenient.
Do you feel disadvantaged on this campus because you're in a wheelchair?
No, I never really think about that. I don't really feel disadvantaged. Sometimes I hate sitting in front of the class. You know, like, you know, there's not really a spot in the back, you know. Or sometimes there is a spot in the back and I want to sit in the front, you know, because like some classes are hard to pay attention if you're all in the back, then you start roaming and wondering, you know. So sometimes I do want to sit in the front, but I can't. Or sometimes I want to sit in the back, but I can't. So other than that, no. I feel like I take advantage of like what I can. So like when I register for classes and they're full, I always go to the teacher and just be like, can I get into this class? You know, like I register late, I understand, but I really want to get in this class. And she'd be like, oh, it's full to capacity. I'm like, well, I already come equipped with a chair, so I really don't need a table or a desk or anything. I already come with a chair, so. And she's like, oh, okay, and they always sign me up. So I was like, yes.
That's awesome.
Handicap parking, that too.
Have you ever felt like discriminated because of your disability?
Not here really, but like when I used to take the bus, like people like the bus driver would keep going
Here
sometimes.
or in Chicago?
In Chicago.
Okay.
Here they're pretty good. They're pretty, as long as the bus is not that full and there's not that many wheelchairs or whatever, they'll put you on. But like in Chicago, when I used to take the bus downtown, like man, they would like sometimes they would just keep going, or they would stop and they'd be like, oh, the lift doesn't work, without even trying it. And like it's a rule, like a regulation that they're supposed to try it every morning just to make sure it works. I'm like, yeah, I tried it, it doesn't work. Like, you know, sometimes they just didn't want to stop and do that. Discriminate, I really think people here are pretty friendly and they help you out if you need it. I don't think they discriminate. I haven't ran into anybody, you know, that gave me a hard time. So I don't think so.
That's great. How do you think your fraternity has helped you on this campus?
Like I kind of like the fact that like when I did go through my pledging process and stuff, like they didn't assume I couldn't do things. Like other friends probably would have like tried to change the format and be like, oh, he doesn't have to do this, and they would have cut me some slack. But they didn't really cut me no slack. Like I did the same thing everybody else did. And I played all the intramurals, the sports. Like when we played soccer, I was the goalie. I was out there doing blocking stuff.
That's awesome.
And like when we played basketball, like nobody in my pledge line could play basketball. Like none of them. I was so and like they had a stacked squad. Like, and I was the only one that was making shots. Like I was the only one that could dribble the ball up the court. And I was like, but the other ones, like they were more soccer players.
Yeah.
So when it came to soccer, then they were good at soccer, you know. And then I was just the goalie. I was just blocking stuff. And like, you know, like I did everything everybody else did, and they never like really questioned me, and they never really assumed that I couldn't do things. They just always, you know, kept it the same. Like we're gonna put them through the same stuff. So it was cool, like, you know, that they didn't assume like I couldn't do things. And I think like my frat like is like pretty unique in the sense that like they always call it the minority frat, but I think it's like diversity frat, you know, because like we're very diverse. Like we have different ethnicities. I know a majority of us are Latino, but like we have a bunch of different you know, people from like that are Arabian, like Asian, like all different cultures, you know. And I feel like that was part of the reason I joined that one, because it's like, alright, a lot of these other, nothing against them, but